What's going on, guys? Hello. Cynthia from The Lift in the Lifestyle Nutrition Program. Finley from Cynthia. Oh, okay, guys. So today I want to talk about dieting and how long you should diet, how many times a year you should diet, how long you should take off from dieting to do things the correct way. The healthy way, the way to make weight loss sustainable and a lifestyle. So there is method to it. And it's not yo-yo dieting. It's not diet cycling. It's not trying the next fad diet, with something that's crazy and unsustainable and, is just not good. So how you can look at if a diet is not good for you is one, if all you do is think about your next meal when you get to eat, okay? Two, if you dread it, okay? If it's hard for you to do, if it's mentally taxing day in and day out, you should not be doing it. Now, with that said, any new form of eating or dieting or nutrition is going to have a little bit of a bell curve. You are going to have a learning period. So there is going to be some times where it's going to be a little tough to get it and figure it out, but it should not be that tough 4 months in, 5 months in, 6 months in. And if you're not staying with something 4 months in, 5 months in, 6 months in, a year in, 2 years in, then again, it's not sustainable and it's not a lifestyle, okay? So if it's hard, if all you're doing is thinking about food, non-freaking stop, if you feel yourself going into restrict and binge patterns, so you'll restrict, and then you end up binging, again, you're not in a healthy nutrition plan, diet cycle, whatever it may be. So, okay. All right. So as far as, she was up. As far as how to diet per year, let me back up a little bit and I'll give you from my program what I do from experience with my clients and how it typically works. So typically when my clients, now the type of client I usually work with is your everyday Joe, the working mom, the working dad, the, young person that's just looking to lose some weight. It's not a competitor. It's not a bodybuilder. It's not some hardcore fitness individual. It's just people, everyday life, people looking to lose weight, basically. Some people it's to gain weight. I do work with people that want to put on muscle mass. And then I do work with some that just want to get healthy. They want to get fit. They want to get healthy. They see me at the age of 41 with a 3-month-old. Even prior to having a baby at my age, the things that I do, the lifestyle that I lead. And I think especially a lot of women get to a certain point and they're like, oh, I'm this age. What's the point anymore? And that's wrong. That's so wrong. You should take care of yourself no matter what age it is. I am 3 months postpartum I'm not, but prior to having my baby, I am in the best shape of my life. I am in better shape than when I played sports my whole life. I am in such better shape. I got smarter, I got wiser, I got better. I continuously am learning and taking continuing education and reading and listening to podcasts and just anything and everything I can do to soak up knowledge to get better for me and my clients. I mean, because what I teach my clients, I walk the walk and talk the talk. I do the same things. And I think that's what maybe attracts a lot of people to me is they see that I'm not just spitting this stuff out and then not following it myself. I don't do anything with clients that I wouldn't do myself. I don't ask them to do crazy workouts that I can't do myself because it's not the point. And that's not, I don't know, it's just not sustainable, I guess. We keep using that word. But so my clients typically that I work with, I would say 80% of the clients that come to me have to get what we call reverse dieted. All right. So a reverse diet is eating more calories until we find your maintenance level of calories. And that's just where we want to get to where you can sustain your body weight without putting on more weight at a certain calorie amount. So most of them have to get that. We have to do that due to lots and lots of yo-yo dieting cycles, keep trying the fad diets over and over again. So you get into what I call the hamster wheel You'll do a program, you'll drop weight. The program is not sustainable, it's not a lifestyle. So as soon as you stop following that program 100% and start to slide back into some of your old ways, as you should, because it's your life and the things that you do and the lifestyle that you have, when you start sliding back into those ways, the weight comes right back on, typically plus more. And that's what we call the rebound or the after, okay? Because you have, your before, your after when you lose the weight, and then we have what's called your after, and that's when you typically put that weight on plus more, the rebound. So we work on a reverse diet to heal the gut. Typically I have most of my clients have a lot of gut issues. They're not going to the bathroom every day, having a bowel movement every day. Which you should, guys. Peeing and pooping is your body's natural way to detox, and sweating. You don't need all these cleanses. You don't need all these detox pills. You need to eat good food and you need to be hydrated, and your body will take care of itself. It is a incredibly designed piece of equipment, basically, your body. It's, it's genius. And it's designed to take care of itself if you will take care of it. We reverse diet to heal hormones, to heal the gut, and to get the metabolism revving. And believe it or not, guys, the more you eat, the higher your metabolism will go. So we work on that, and it's different per client. It depends on how long they've been diet cycling, how long they've been doing the fad diets, what kind of position they're in with thyroid, gut health, like all this kind of stuff. So per client, it's dependent. But let's just say it takes 12 to 16 weeks on average is usually what I'll see. And so we reverse diet for 12 to 16 weeks, working on increasing their calories. Once we get them up calories to maintenance mode, that's when we'll start adding in cuts. I don't call them diets, we call them cuts, and it's because it's a calorie cut. So we'll elicit the calorie cuts to then focus on dropping the weight. Reverse diets are not focused on dropping weight. They are, however, focused on changing your composition, and that does happen through the reverse diet process. So we'll get calories up, then we start doing cuts. Cuts, I will never do more than 30 days, okay? Now, again, my clients for the everyday Joe, you can do cuts up to 12 weeks, and that's more looking like competition prep, bodybuilding prep, stuff like that, like you're going on the stage is around 12 weeks, okay? But for the everyday person, 4 weeks is about the most that you should do. Studies show between that 2 and 4 week mark, you're pretty safe to do cuts without having any kind of metabolic adaptation or your metabolism lowering down. So I will do it. So the minimum I do a cut with a client is 14 days. If it's a client that's been with me for a little bit and we've worked together and I know they're in a really good position, I'll push them to 30 days. And then we'll come out of the diet for 30 days to 6 weeks, just depends on the client. And then we go right back into another cut, okay? Now, with that said, you don't want to do more than maybe 3 to 4 good hard cuts in a year, and you shouldn't have to. At 3 to 4, you should be in a very good place physically if you're following the rest of the program along the way, which is getting you healthier, changing your composition, decreasing body fat, increasing muscle mass, increasing digestion, increasing hormone functioning, increasing energy, increasing libido, noticing difference in your skin, your hair, your nails, energy, immunity, not getting sick as much. There's so many things that come with the program that I do and getting healthy, that are other focuses that actually the focus on the scale kind of goes to the wayside a little bit, and it becomes more about how they look, how they feel, body fat mass, and muscle mass. And that's what it should be about. Your focus should be not the scale, guys. It should be how much body fat you have. Because you can have individuals that are super light on the scale, but can be 40% body fat. And that is so unhealthy. So that's where you should do focus. And if you have the opportunity to go to, or your gym has some kind of scanner where you can get your body fat measured, you should do that regularly, every 4 to 6 weeks, 8 weeks, to see if you're making progress. Because who cares if you're dropping weight on the scale? Because you can drop weight on the scale and actually increase body fat mass, because what you're burning is muscle mass, not fat mass, because you're not doing it correctly. So that's what we work on too with my clients, is when we do cuts, we work to lose the least amount of lean mass possible, really push that fat mass loss, Same thing when we do the reverse diet, adding calories. We work really hard to put on a lot of lean mass and very little fat mass when we're increasing those calories. They go hand in hand. You can't put on weight and it just be lean mass. You're always going to put a little fat mass on with it, but you can control it to a certain extent. And then the same thing when you lose weight. You don't just lose fat. You're going to lose lean mass with it. But again, the same thing, doing it the proper way, you can work to lose the least amount of lean mass as possible and more fat mass if you do it correctly. So again, you don't want to diet, guys, more than about 4 weeks at a time. If you're doing it correctly, okay, you need to spend at least that much amount of time out of the diet. So if you diet for 4 weeks, you need to be out of it for at least 4 weeks, if not longer, to let your body come back up to normal, get good energy back, get all those things situated that I've talked about, health, hormones, gut, etc. And then you can elicit and put another one in. But again, you don't want to do more than 3 to 4 of those of a year. And so actually it works out for most of my clients, again, and in my experience, because by the time we've reverse dieted and then we put in 3 to 4 cuts, it's basically a year. And then we get clients where they want to be. When clients exit my program, they know food, they know nutrition, they know how to manage their calories to meet their goals. They are able to take this, and whether they're eating at home, at a restaurant, at a friend's house, at a cookout, at a party, at a dinner, no matter where it is, they are able to look at their plate and do a guesstimate of the calories and the macros that are in that plate to keep them on track and keep them at their goals that they have met. It's not one of those programs that you put all your food in this little red dish, or I'm telling you to eat 3 reds, 2 greens, or I'm telling you on this day this is your low carb day and you can only eat this because you're working out this way and you can't do this and you can only have donuts on leg day and all that shit. That stuff is not a lifestyle. That stuff that does not stick with you. You don't maintain that because you get burned out on it. So what this does is this teaches you how to eat food no matter where you are, what you're doing for the rest of your life, basically. And I teach you how to manage your calories. I don't want you, like a lot of these programs, and I'm not going to say them, they want you to become a repeat customer. That's how they bank on you. It's not the first time you join the program. It's the 10th time you've done that program that they're now making money on you. I don't want to be working with you 3 years from now. If I'm working with you in 3 years from now, I did not do my job. I did not teach you how to maintain a healthy, sustainable lifestyle. I did not teach you this stuff. So, I mean, that's my goal. I'm not trying, I don't know how to describe it. I'm just trying to get people healthy, work with them to build a sustainable lifestyle. I'm not trying to sell you a bunch of products too, or these mass marketing tiered products that just really they're trying to push their product on you. And again, most of those products are junk, but that's neither here nor there, whatever. And again, it's not, I just don't see that as sustainable. I don't see you buying that product for the rest of your life over and over. Maybe some people will, because, there's always, everybody's different. But again, from my experience working with my clients and getting a lot of clients from these other programs and hearing the stuff that they were told in these programs and how jacked now their systems are and their metabolism is, I just know it's not a lifestyle and it's not sustainable. So, and I kind of sidetrailed. But anyway, so the point of the story is no more than about 4 weeks of dieting, and you need to spend at least that much time out of the diet and no more than 3 to 4 times a year. Okay, no more than 3-4 times a year. Especially if you're doing it on your own. You don't have a coach leading you on the way. You're best guessing your way through it. Don't screw yourself up, okay? Do yourself a favor. Be patient. Take the time to do it the right way, and then you only have to do it once instead of doing it 10 times or trying 5 different diets every year, and every year you keep putting on a little bit more and more weight. So I hope this is helpful. I know sometimes I get a little sidetracked. I'm obviously very passionate about it. And there's just so much that I want to get out there, and I try to keep it, dialed in, but I get sidetracked. And anyways, all right. So I hope this is helpful, and you can check out my website, Cynthia Williams Fitness. I am today is February 13th. And probably in the next 2 weeks, I will be officially opening my one-to-one coaching. That's where you will work with me on a month-to-month basis to do this type of work, to help you get your nutrition straightened out, make sure that you're doing the best exercising. You know, it's not about exercising more, it's honestly about exercising smarter, and doing the best things for your body that are maintainable. And I'll open that, and it's on a month-to-month recurring thing. I do, if you're a new client, there will be a 3-month minimum because it takes at least 12 weeks to get a foothold on where you are. It's not something that you can do in 4 weeks, or 8 weeks is even too short. It takes a nice 12 weeks to at least get a nice baseline. So, but month to month, in about 2 weeks. So you can join my email list. Click the link in the notes there, and yeah, shoot me a message if you have any questions. But we believe in a healthy lifestyle.